Sorry, sis. That's why Charles is going with me. What do you mean by that? Come back, both of you, right now. Leaving a note saying we're eloping? I can't accept this at all. I don't need your approval anyway. That's why we're eloping. Eloping with your own sister's fiancé. Why would you do such a terrible thing? When did you two start dating? We just started dating recently. Charles happened to come to the bar where I work part-time with his friends. After work, I ended up drinking with them. And we hit it off and decided to start dating. What? This is going to ruin your serious and successful life, sis. I guess everyone needs to experience some failures in life. You should thank me for giving you the experience of ups and downs in life. What? I've always been annoyed with you, sis. You've always been the serious one, the one parents liked. Getting into both high school and college of your first choice, and even getting a job at the company our parents brag about so easily. And then getting married so smoothly really pisses me off. That's why I wanted to ruin your life just once. You're lying. You didn't steal my fiancé for such a reason, did you? Well, frankly, I didn't think it would go this well. But Charles, he was more into it than I thought. It seems like he was also dissatisfied with you, sis. What? As soon as I pretended to be a little needy, he confessed his feelings for me. He said I was cuter and more attractive than you. He said he would rather have a girl like me as his wife. No way. Our parents were also telling me to move out and become independent, asking me how long I'm going to be a freeloader. Besides, it seemed fun like in a drama, so we decided to elope. I'll make Charles happy for you too, sis. Hey, Charles, are you really planning to call off our marriage? Are you really saying you'll elope with my sister Isabella? Ugh, I'm going to marry Isabella, but marrying my fiancé's sister, my serious parents would probably object. That's why I decided to boldly elope with her. We've been together for 5 years. I was happy when you finally proposed, but why are you discarding me like this? Were you unsatisfied with me? Well, it's not dissatisfaction. To be frank, I feel tired when I'm with you. I thought your serious personality was a virtue, but being with someone as perfect as you is nothing but pressure. Huh? You graduated from a more prestigious university than me. You work at a large corporation and your salary is significantly higher than mine. On top of that, your cooking and cleaning are perfect. And you've even successfully dieted for a wedding. It's hard to be with someone who is perfect in every way. What do you mean, it's hard? Didn't you say when we started dating that you liked me the way I was? That you fell in love with my dedication to always strive for the best? At first, I was certainly attracted to that aspect of you, and that's why we started dating. But you're just too perfect and it's exhausting. It feels like you're telling me that I'm sloppy. That's... At least if you were bad at cooking or living in a dirty room, if I saw you being sloppy in some way, it would have been better. Wait a minute. I was bad at cooking and hated cleaning, but you said you didn't like sloppy people. So I worked hard to learn cooking and made an effort to clean. And now you're saying I'm too perfect and it's exhausting? That's just cruel. You're the last person who could understand how I feel. She has a lower education level and salary than her. Do you know how miserable I feel every day? Charles. Unlike you, Isabella always supports me. Whenever I take her somewhere, she reacts with a cute, "Wow, I've never been to a place like this." And even if I just treat her at a family restaurant, She's thrilled and says, "I'm so happy, thank you. Men are weak for girls like that." I see. You've always wanted that kind of reaction from me. A couple should fill in each other's shortcomings, but if one side is perfect, there's no point in being a couple. We are supposed to live by helping each other. You, a perfect woman, should live miserably alone for the rest of your life. Goodbye then. Sis, I'm moving back home starting from today, so I'll take over your room. Isabella? Since we eloped, it seems that my sister returned to her parents' home. Apparently, she's living in the room I used to use. So I'm going to take my room back. Sorry, but you'll have to move out of our parents' home. Wait a minute. Why are you coming back? I was worried about your elopement and the cancellation of your engagement with Charles. Our parents told me to come back home. But I can't believe you're coming back. Actually, I broke up with Charles, so that's why I come back. You broke up? Didn't you happily run off to be made happy by Charles? I heard rumors that you got married properly. But it turns out it wasn't as happy as I imagined, so I got a divorce. Charles was more troublesome than I imagined. He sulks if I don't say amazing to him all the time. And he won't treat me even though we're a couple, saying we should go Dutch when we eat out. I can't stand his stinginess anymore. So you got a divorce. And if you get such a young and cute bride, normally you would work harder than ever for your wife, right? But even after 3 years, his salary hasn't changed at all. Despite being a man, he doesn't make nearly as much as you, sis. So I gave up on him and got a divorce. So you've nonchalantly returned to your parents' house. You managed to come back without a shred of embarrassment. What's so embarrassing? Returning to your parents' house after a divorce is not uncommon. But my room has been taken by my sister and disappeared. It's seriously unbelievable. What's unbelievable is your head. Neither I nor our parents plan to forgive you. So please, go live on your own somewhere. Impossible. I mean, I don't have money to rent a room. And I realized how easy life was at home during my marriage with Charles. Cooking and cleaning isn't something you just get done for you. It's hard work. So I'm definitely going back home. You're as independent as ever. By the way, I've sold all your belongings. I'm thinking of using this as pocket money. You sold it? Wait a minute. Isabella, where are you now? You're about to go back home, right? I already arrived at home. The front door key had changed, but the back door was open, so I just came in from there. And I immediately sold all your belongings. What? So sis, take care of living alone, because your room is no longer there. Sorry, but I got rid of your stuff on my own. I live alone, though. I can't believe you entered the house without permission. And I wonder whose stuff you ended up selling. You really are a hopeless child. You're living alone already, sis? That's strange. I heard you broke your engagement and pathetically returned home. Yes, I did return to our parents' house because they were so worried. But after that, I decided to sell the house immediately. What? You sold the house? So in the end, I'm living alone now. Our parents are living in a different apartment. What? What's that? I didn't hear anything about that. Why are you selling the house without permission? Don't mess with me. It's because of you guys that I had to let go of the family home. What do you mean it's our fault? News of your elopement spread throughout our hometown in no time, and both I and our parents felt very embarrassed locally. We were whispered about wherever we went, and strange religious groups came saying you were eloped because of evil spirits, and offered suspicious water in jars. What? Such a thing happened? I thought I would calm down at some point, so I endured, but instead more and more strange people started crowding into the house, and both I and our parents were exhausted. So, since our father was just about to retire, we sold the family home. So, that's what happened. And that led me to live alone again. Our parents are living in a rented apartment in a relaxed place. Wait a minute. Then, the belongings I disposed of were not my sister's? Yes, I don't live in that house anymore. So, who did I end up throwing away? It's not my sister's, and the house is sold. Whose belongings are those? I don't know anything about that. We sold the house to the real estate agent as is. Whether the real estate agent is renting it out, or they've sold it as a used property, we don't know who's living there. Oh no, 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 no! So I broke into a stranger's house, right? And then I went ahead and sold their belongings. I've done something really bad, haven't I? Yes, you've done something that's normally a matter for the police. So I reported it. I think the real estate agent and the police will arrive soon. So you should quietly atone for your sins. What? You're joking about reporting, right? You sold me out to the police? I can't let a crime go unpunished. So I'll take my leave now.
Everleigh, it's been a while. Have you been well?
Oh, it's been a long time. I'm fine, but it looks like you're having a hard time. I heard from Isabella that you got divorced.
Yeah, finally I was able to divorce and I feel relieved. Married life with her was the worst. I wonder why I even married her.
Huh?
At first, her dependency on me was cute, but she stayed like that forever. She doesn't work, she doesn't do anything around the house. She relies on me for everything. I got tired of that kind of married life.
But that's the marriage you wanted. You hated me because I make everything perfect, right? You chose to elope with her because she's the exact opposite of me.
I finally understood. I was just jealous of you, who are superior to me. But deep down, I've always loved you only. So please, Everleigh, will you marry me?
What?
I'm sorry for hurting you 3 years ago. The pain of your little sister and fiancé running away together must have been so sad. But from now on, I will definitely make you happy. I will become a man who is not ashamed to stand beside you. I won't say something pathetic like getting tired of being too perfect. So please marry me.
I'm sorry, I have a wedding ceremony tomorrow.
What? A wedding ceremony? Wait, don't tell me, are you the bride at this wedding?
Yes, I met a wonderful person and we're getting married. He is a person who respects my efforts to aim for perfection. He told me he wants to elevate each other by being with me.
No, don't be fooled by such a man. He will disappear from your sight just like I did before. If you're going to get married, please marry me.
Thank you for your concern, but it's okay. The groom is a person with the same academic background as me, working at the same company.
What?
He doesn't seem to feel any pressure from someone like me. In fact, when I told him the reason why I broke up with you, he just laughed. Is that enough to pressure you? He said. You have a very sensitive ex-boyfriend, he commented.
What did you say?
He told me that even if my salary increases significantly more than his, he will not feel ugly jealousy, but rather it will motivate him. He told me that it's a happy thing to have someone better than yourself nearby. I'm marrying such a person tomorrow.
Wait, Everleigh. I finally realized that too. So won't you come back to me?
I respectfully decline. Well, I have final preparations for tomorrow's wedding ceremony. Take care, Charles. What should I do, sis? I got billed nearly $15,000 from the real estate agency. They said they'll take me to the police without question if I don't prepare the money right away. Oh, you haven't been caught yet. They're rather kind real estate agents. They're not kind at all. I mean, $50,000? I obviously can't afford that amount. But the amount you sold without permission and the trespassing, you should be glad it only ended up being that much. Hey, could you help me out if you don't mind? You're still working at a big company, right? You should have some savings. I do, but I have no obligation to help you. Then, at least, could you tell me where our parents are? I've been trying to contact them many times since yesterday, but I can't get through. I want to go back home soon. I want to live with Mom and Dad again. But you were eager to leave home when you eloped, weren't you? You hated our nagging parents quite a bit. And now you want to live with them again. How brazen of you. Besides, you're the one who sold the house. Well, that is... Well, just to be sure, I'll try to confirm with their parents. But as I expected, they said they don't want to see your face ever again. Dad and Mom both said the same thing. Besides you? Wait, are you with them now? Yes, because today is my wedding ceremony. Dad and Mom are here to celebrate their daughter's wedding. Sis, you're getting married? Thanks to you taking Charles away, I was able to meet a wonderful person. While I'm grateful for that, I can never forgive you for what you did. So take care. If you don't have money, you should properly pay for your crimes at the police station. Afterwards, she supposedly visited various consumer finance companies, begging for mercy, and somehow managed to prepare $15,000 for the settlement. However, in order to repay that, she is reportedly working in the nightlife industry now. According to rumors, her attitude towards customers is pretty poor, and she vents her work stress by gambling and visiting host clubs. Consequently, it seems that her debts are increasing even more, and it seems that her former fiancé Charles tried to return home at one point, but he was kicked out with the words, "You disgrace, don't ever show your face here again." And now he is reportedly living and working in a factory nearby. Moreover, I've heard that he is desperately trying to find a spouse during his days off. However, he keeps complaining, saying things like, "I refuse to be with a woman who earns less than my ex-girlfriend," or, "It's impossible to be with a woman who can't cook as well as my ex-girlfriend," resulting in absolutely no progress in his endeavor.